Hey everybody, it's Sonjdradeluxe, and today I'm doing this matte everything matte black smoky eye as you guys requested. This is something I've never done because typically I don't really like it, but I'm here for the deluxe fam, and if you want to see how to get the look, then stay tuned. Today I'm starting out barefaced, and I'm going to go in first with my Photo Finish Primerizer by Smashbox. It's supposed to increase your skin's hydration by a certain percentage and all the facts that I don't remember, but it does feel really nice on the skin. I would recommend using this instead of a moisturizer because it does lock in your foundation and it can roll if you do use moisturizer underneath. On top of that, I have my prolongwear foundation that I normally use by MAC, and this is in the shade NW43. My foundation is smoothing on really nice. I think with the primer and foundation together, because they're both long wearing products, I wouldn't rub it too much. So putting on my base as quick as I can with my fingers, of course, getting around the eyes, trying not to get it too much in my eyebrows because that will mess me up later on. Next, in my Tarte Shape Tape in Tan Sand, I had to play around with this and find the love, and I actually really like it. It's very matte and it dries quite dry. I like it because it's full coverage and it's great to highlight. I also like the applicator because it's easy to put concealer where you need it. I like to put it on and then let it kind of dry, so I start in the areas that I don't need as much coverage, so blending out my chin first. Right under the eye I have quite a bit of product and I'm putting it only where I need it and buffing it out from there. So I'm giving it a little tap, and when I want to move the product around, I will give it a swipe like so. And this will help me to highlight my cheekbones. I'm also putting a little bit on my eyelid because it is a different color than the rest of my face naturally. But anywhere you want to have that full coverage look, you want to just lightly tap it in that area. So it's covering a little blemish on my cheek. And again, I'm kind of using it as an eyeshadow base. Next, with my dip down fluid line and my favorite Smith brush, the 205, I'm going to start my brows. I made sure to wipe out any excess foundation from my brows first, just with my finger. And I'm doing swipes up in the direction that my hairs grow. To be honest, this wasn't a good makeup day for me, but I'm like, you know what? I can always re-slay another time, but I wanted to get this out and talk about the struggle a little bit. So because this is a new foundation routine I was using, sometimes the products you put on top that you normally use can be a little bit different. So I have lots of eyebrow tutorials to save myself in this situation. I thought they were a little crazy today. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape and my Anastasia Beverly Hills 18 concealer brush, and I'm snatching them out a little bit because I went a little wild today. Also, when you're dip down or any type of gel liner like this and it dries out, it doesn't give you that fine sharp line, so the hairs were a little thicker than I normally do, but I restocked and ready to slay the game again. Next, with my Dark Deep Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC and my Morphe M527 brush, I'm going to bronze up my cheeks. And I'm not using any highlighter today because I'm keeping everything nice and matte. I already did the highlighting with the Shape Tape. I'm going everywhere that I want to look sunken in or pushed back, so the edges of the forehead, contours of the cheeks, etc. Next, with my NYX Contour Intuitive Warm Zone Sculpting Palette, I'm going to go into the top right shade. It's kind of like a neutral contour color, and I'm going to snatch up the nose. Just doing a light snatching today. I snatched my nose with my Morphe M516. Next with my Morphe M504 brush, I'm going to warm up my crease a little bit with my bronzer, the MAC Dark Deep Mineralized Skin Finish, and this is just to give the black to blend into something. Next, with my MAC 239 brush, I'm going to tap a very small amount on my lid. First, I'm going to put on my shape, and this is a great way to start your eyeshadow without getting any fallout. Using a small amount. This is super pigmented, super black, so I'm using a small amount and putting in my shape. So in my last video with the red eyeshadow, I kind of did an upwards cat eye, and for this shape, I'm kind of tilting the cat eye somewhat downward, so I'm not going in a super angular upwards motion. I'm keeping it in almost like a rounded downward cat eye, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I haven't dipped my brush again. I'm still pushing that same amount of product all the way around just to lay it nice and flat. I find with a matte black smoky eye, you can just go in full force, but I like to do it in layers so it's nice and smooth. Wiggling it out just on my eyelid And I'm going to go into the dark brown shade in the NYX Contour Intuitive palette with a smaller brush. This is my Morphe M433 brush, and I'm going half on the black, half into my crease, and that's going to help the black blend into my skin a little bit. So I'm just buffing it along the edges so it's nice and smooth, baby. I'm going to go back in with my Melt Dark Matter eyeshadow. That's the black, and I'm sorry I didn't say it earlier. And I'm going to blend that all over the lid just to bold it out a little bit. This is a matte black smoky eye, fam, so I want to make sure it's nice and dark. And just going over the areas that I want to look a little bit more bold, which is basically right on the lid, but because we did that brown, it is blending in a lot easier than it would to just my skin. I'm going to do the same steps on the other side, and I'm going to go into my Smashbox X-Rated mascara, and I'm doing a coat on the top and bottom lashes. And I'm sorry I didn't show you the lashes, but I've used these many times in my tutorials. These are the Lana Huda Beauty lashes, and I wanted to use something that was a little bit flatter so you could see the eyelid, because I didn't pull up the black too far. Otherwise I was gonna look mad old and mad like I got punched in the eye. You know what I mean? Anyways, giving that a good pinch so my lashes and the false lashes can bond together. And I'm going to do the same on the other side, giving it a nice pinch and wiggling it down as close as I can to my lash line. Next, with my Rimmel Scandalized Black Gel Cream Eyeliner, I'm going to fill in my waterline just to build it out. I wanted it to be a little bit more of like a grungy look, so I didn't do a tight line. I kind of blended it into my lash line and let it kind of bleed down into the smoky eyeshadow. With the AJ Crimson Beauty #perfect selfie lipstick, I'm going to blend that all over. I like this because it looks matte, but it's quite creamy and it feels nice on the lips. Looks like we got it all on and poppin'. It's a completed look. I feel like Destiny's Child Survivor vibes or like 2002 JLo vibes. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Let me know what you want to see next. This was a suggestion by Deluxe Femme, so if you have a suggestion on what you'd like to see for the next video, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to share, subscribe, and follow. Love yourself, stay pretty, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Take care.